Okay, I'm second year OB resident. I've done over 400 deliveries, vaginal and C-section combined. Let's talk about something I call delivery room manners. You know, so when you grow up, you learn like table manners, manners when you go to a friend's house, school manners, all those things. Something I feel like nobody ever talks about is delivery room manners. Disclaimer, this is kind of like a birth plan. It's not going to be a one size fits all kind of thing, but it's general points that I think are good to think about when the time comes for you to be in a delivery room or your friend's in a delivery room, a family member, whatever. Okay, so the first thing, who's going to be in the room? A couple videos ago, I talked about who I would want in the room, and I said, you know, my mom, my dad, which was a hot take, my partner, my partner's mom, and people were like, oh my God, that's so many people, or people were like, your dad, that's so weird. Disclaimer, my dad's an OB, so that's why I would want him there. But if you want your dad there because that's your support system, that's for you. The biggest thing I think about who you have in the room is that it be a decision that's between you and your partner and something you're both comfortable with. I think a lot of people can easily get their feelings hurt because they're not in the room, but it really is such a vulnerable and kind of scary time for a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Sometimes you're exposed unexpectedly, there could be emergencies, you're getting your cervix checked, there's just a lot going on. So if it's people that you're not comfortable with in the room, nobody should get their feelings hurt about that. Something I've seen that I really liked is that I had patients who had, you know, these people in the room with them. They had 4 or 5 people in the room with them, but when it came time to having the baby, all those people stepped out, let them have their moment together, let them do the delivery, let them have that golden hour together, and just waited patiently. So I think whatever the circumstances, you have to, as the person not having the baby, you just have to be open and understanding and not give anyone a hard time. The second thing, so say someone wants you in the delivery room from start to finish. Great, amazing. I always tell people, especially if it's an induction, it is a marathon, not a sprint. So sleep whenever you can. Sometimes I think it's so fun because there will be family members in there and they're laughing, they're talking, they're telling stories, they're having a great time. And then also sometimes I look over at the mom and you can tell she's just exhausted and just wants to sleep. And I feel like other people maybe are not quite getting that hint. So I think you just have to be really aware of, you know, what the vibes are for the mom, the patient. Does she want to sleep? Does she want everyone to leave? You know, kind of what's going on. Because you're not in your home bed, you know, you're in a foreign environment, your body's doing something it maybe has never done before. There's a lot of stress, you're not eating, there's just a lot going on. So I feel like taking what the patient wants into consideration is super important. It could be 1 p.m. and maybe she finally feels tired and she wants to take a nap, but everybody else is like, oh, it's 1 p.m. She's probably not tired because it's not nighttime. So just kind of just sussing out the situation. Okay, this video is gonna have to be multiple parts because there are a lot of things I can talk about, so come back for part 2.